So greetings once again from Pennsylvania. And we're going to be hiking on what's called the Susquehanna Trail. We've got to use the Appalachian Trail to get there. Bit of a noisy location. I was here a couple of videos ago. That's Route 322 over there. And Naomi is parked down there. Of course, across the river is Duncannon. Like I said, just a couple of videos ago, I hiked that section of the Appalachian Trail through Duncannon, across the river there. So we're back in the same area, but we're going the opposite direction this time. Let's get away from some of this traffic noise. And yes, trim the beard down a little bit today. So I have hiked this section of the Appalachian Trail before. Some years ago, I did one of my overnight hikes on this section. And we do get away from the traffic noise at some point. But if you use the Susquehanna Trail, you can make a nice loop trail. I haven't done that yet, so that's what we're gonna do today. We're starting the AT, hook up with the Susquehanna Trail, then get back on the AT and come back down the mountain. And I noticed a whole cluster of really cool mushrooms up there. You can see, let me zoom in a little bit. Check that out. All right, we gotta get up there. All right, here we are. Man, that's a bright orange. Okay, so these do look like they look like chicken mushrooms. Sulfur chickens. Man, check them all out. Yeah, here's another view of them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're chicken mushrooms. There's white chickens and sulfur chickens. And these are edible. I've eaten these a number of times. Well, with all advice I give about eating plants, especially mushrooms, you know, do your own research before you ever eat anything like this. Wild mushrooms. Don't just take my word for it. All right, these are beautiful. I'm gonna take a couple more pictures and then keep on going. Just one more view of them. I can't say I've ever seen this many all in one log though. And they're even down this side. Even with the traffic noise, it's still a beautiful hike. Beautiful day out here. In the low 70s. And today is what? Today is Saturday, September 12th. Big old rocks. Still going up too. So the sign at the bottom said 0.4 miles to the Susquehanna Trail, so I feel like we should be getting there soon. Of course, it always feels that way. Yeah, and then just like that, not too long after I said that, here is the sign, Susquehanna Trail. So it'll be blue blazes instead of the white for the Appalachian. Oh, let's see here. So the AT continues on up that way, and our Susquehanna Trail, our blue blaze, will go this way. So this is new to me. I've never been on the Susquehanna Trail. Like I said, I've hiked that section of the AT before. All right, so here we go. New trail. Yeah, and you can see the Susquehanna River down there through the trees. So there are pawpaw trees growing up here. That's what those are over there. I've talked about those in the past. They have pawpaws on them, which is that fruit. I've made videos of that where we look for them and eat them, so I think we'll do that. You know, all these little seedlings here are pawpaws. All right, we're gonna keep our eyes open for some. All right, I always like finding them. When we were down at, when I was down at Elk Neck State Park, not too long ago, we found some pawpaws, but they weren't ripe yet. All right, I'm gonna turn you off and see what I can find. Although a lot of these look too small to be fruit-bearing trees. We'll see. Oh, we just passed a whole troop of Cub Scouts there. But yeah, the pawpaw trees, they're another one of those trees where there are separate male and female trees. I think I talked about that just recently with the spice bush when I was on the, what was that, the Beaver Creek Trail. So not every tree, not every pawpaw tree you find is going to have fruit on it. It always seems that the female trees are not as common as the males. But we will keep our eyes open yet. This is the time of year that they're really ripe too. All right, we got some sort of a sign coming up here. Okay, yeah, so the trail does continue on. So back here is private property, it looks like. Public access ends in 1,000 feet. Private property. This looks like an old road up here. Going down that way. Be cool to follow that. And it goes off this way too. Alright, but we're out here to follow the trail. So I think at this point we start heading uphill to the very top of the mountain. We had kind of a nice flat section for a while there. And into the greenery again. Yeah, so up here is where the trail actually turns to go uphill the rest of the way. Got the double blaze. We're not full into autumn yet, but as I pointed out in other videos, we're starting to get some colors on the ground though. These are all tulip trees, or tulip poplar, most of them. But I like this color here. I like when they're still like yellow and green mixed together. Of course, that one's kind of not as good looking as some other. We'll try to find a better example up here. Yeah, down here is a better example. Yeah, that yellow and green mixed together yet. I like it even more when there's like tinges of red or orange at the very end, so it goes green, yellow to like orange. But no oranges or reds color-wise out here yet. We just have this mountain to climb. Once we get to the top, we'll hook back up with the AT. We'll take a break up there somewhere as well. All right, won't get up there by talking. It's a pretty cool section here with all the stone steps. Let me just keep on going. And in just a little bit, I'm out of breath here, we will be at the top. You can see the sky there. All right. So the Appalachian Trail should be right up here. Yeah, I believe that I see the sign up here. Whew. At least I thought I did. Yeah, there it is. Appalachian Trail. Yep, there's our white blaze. Appalachian Trail. 2.3 miles to Route 322 where we parked. Oh, I'm going this way. It's only 1.4 miles to 322. Alright, well, I'm gonna find a place to take a bit of a break. Yeah, so after that long uphill, I need to find a place to sit for a bit. I did take a break or two on the way up, but I need a place to sit and eat some snacks. Well, if there was any doubt as to whether or not we were up on top of a mountain, there's your proof. Somewhat of an overlook. I forget if there's... It's been a while since I've been up here. I forget if there's an overlook or two up here. I think there might be. But I still need to find my my break spot. And it's nice and breezy up here too, so we'll cool off right away. Yeah, there's looking down the other side of the mountain. The Susquehanna River is actually down here. That right there is that's the Juniata River, which actually joins the Susquehanna just down here. Alright, we did find a nice little rocky place to sit just off trail, but let's see what we have for a snack. Of course, I have my peanut butter sandwich in there, but I don't think I'm going to eat that right now. Might save that for the ride home. I'm not terribly hungry at the moment. Of course, got the beef jerky in here. I like the beef and cheese, so we'll probably eat that. And several Nutri-Grain bars. Probably eat these and the beef jerky. And we'll get back on trail. Alright, let's get going. Get back on trail. So from now on we will be hiking on the Appalachian Trail up on top of the ridge here, and then we'll eventually go down, meet up back where we started. If I'm correct, I think we do get some more views up here of looking down along the river and stuff, but we'll see. Who knows what we'll find. Yeah, and just below my snack area, we do have some late summer wildflowers growing here. And I forget the name of these. It's like right on the tip of my tongue, but I believe they're in the aster family. All over the area, up here and growing up there as well. Alright, trail goes on up this way. Pretty rocky in this section right here. But there's the white blaze, so you know that this is the trail. Even though it doesn't really look like there's one here. Up that rock. Yeah, I kind of lost it there for a moment. I mean, there's our blaze. It's getting ready to go down there. Then you peek up there, see a white blaze on the rock. So it looks like there's a splash of white down there, but that is not the trail. Kind of a awkward section here. But you want to follow these marks. Yeah, now we're on what I call the backbone of the mountain. Yeah, there's more of those flowers you pointed out earlier. There's even some goldenrod up here. It's all different kinds of species of goldenrod. Not sure exactly what this one is. It's kind of blowing in the wind here. Still, it's a nice splash of yellow on the trail here. Okay, and coming up here we do have a view up here. Pretty decent one. Looking out. Yeah, down there is the Susquehanna River. And I believe that would be the town of Duncannon out there. If I have my bearings correct. Yeah, because a couple videos ago I hiked the Appalachian Trail through Duncannon. All the way up to the one mountain over there. Interesting little section here. And once again, there you can see that's the backbone of the mountain. You can see how it drops down to either side. It's a pretty cool shot, actually. All right. Looks like we're headed back up on top of the backbone here. Oh, there's an old, oh that's right, like there's an old telephone pole up here. I think they're, okay, if I remember there was an old line that crossed the mountain here, I think. The rest of it's just laying there. Kind of an odd place for a telephone pole. Yeah, so just past that telephone pole I noticed there are some things flying around. I think they're showing up right there. You can see one. Those, I don't like those things. See if we can get a better look at what they are. Yeah, they are on the tree there. There's one. Nasty things. Those are European giant hornets. Some people think those are cicada killers, but they're not. I'll talk a little bit about the difference. Look at those things. I think the tree, that's a birch tree. I think it's leaking sap and they're attracted to that. Alright, looks like we're gonna get some views up here on the other side of the mountain a little bit. Looking to the south. Yeah, for years I called those things cicada killers. That's what I thought they were. They're actually not. I'm going to show you a picture of what a cicada killer actually looks like. I think I have some pictures of one that I took a little bit earlier this summer. So like I was saying, those hornets back there are not cicada killers. For a while I used to think that they were as well. I called them that all the time. Until I actually saw a real cicada killer. They look a little bit different. Like I think I just showed you that picture. And the one I saw was actually carrying a cicada. Cicadas are those big, like green and black bugs. They have white bellies. They make that buzzing sound up in the trees during late summer. And they're called cicada killers because they kill cicadas. They lay eggs in them and stuff. So, if I remember correctly, those are European giant hornets. I could be wrong on that. Maybe giant bald-faced hornet comes to mind too, but I think it's the European hornet. They're not native to Pennsylvania or this region, but they are big and nasty, especially the queens. They get like massive. When I was younger, they were making a nest in a chicken coop. I hated going in the chicken coop to collect eggs because those huge hornets were in there. But anyway, if you disagree with me on that, you can go ahead and do a Google search, an image search. Type in cicada killer and see what pictures show up. I'm not all-knowing, but I'm pretty sure that's the way it goes there. Regardless, I don't like either of them. They're big and they sting. So, anyway. So there's another cool shot looking down at the Susquehanna River. A little ways off in the distance there. Alright, so let me turn you around here. We do have some pretty cool views looking down this way. That's pretty cool, looking out there. Down that way is Harrisburg. Yeah, so there are a lot of people out on the trail today, and I had escaped recognition until now. So just a few moments ago I met some viewers. They're pretty cool. But most of the times when I meet viewers out on the trail, they're pretty cool. Every once in a while there's some that are, well, I'm not sure what to think of the encounter. They're pretty cool. And now we are headed downhill. Now, I do remember this section here from when I was here like 3 years ago. After you come up the long uphill coming this way, I remember seeing these rocks. Yeah, that day, it was a 2-day hike. I started down here at the bottom and I hiked all the way to the AT parking on Clarks Valley Road. I guess the trail goes that way, but there's an interesting... Oh yeah, there's that interesting... Let's go check this out. Yeah, sorry I'm getting distracted. But yeah, there's like a little cave-like thing. It doesn't go back very far, but it's kind of cool. Yeah, on that 2-day hike, like I said, I started down here at the bottom, and I forget which shelter I camped at. I know there's the Clarks Valley shelters up there, because if you're familiar with the Appalachian Trail, they have a number of shelters every so many miles on the trail for people to stay in. But there was another one up there too, I think, somewhere. Forget that one, or maybe not, I don't remember. But I camped that one, and then like I said, oops, trees. Then the next day I hiked down into Clarks Valley. The AT parking there. That was pretty cool. Oh yeah, I met a guy from Australia on that hike at that shelter. That was pretty cool. Alright, it's all downhill from here. Rocky, but downhill. Still making our way down. But up here you see one of those double blazes. I know I keep pointing them out in my videos, but I just passed a group a little bit further up that I watched them as they wandered right off trail. They passed one of those double blazes, not realizing that a double blaze meant the trail turn, and they just kept going straight off into the woods, and then they were kind of looking for the trail. So I kind of pointed to them where it went. But yeah, if you're out hiking on these trails, they have those blaze marks, you know, pay attention to them. They tell you, like I said, those double blazes tell you the trail is turning. And see, once again, here's a double blaze mark on the trees. You see how one's staggered above the other? The top one tells you that the trail's going to turn left. And sometimes they're not staggered like that, they're just right on top of each other. They are supposed to be staggered, telling you which way the trail turns, but sometimes the person blazing the trail doesn't do that. Oh yeah, because of that, if you weren't paying attention, you might just keep going straight. There is a trail that goes off that way, but the Appalachian Trail actually goes that way. So if you're not paying attention to the blaze marks and whatnot, you end up going that way. Oh, and you know what this is? This is that old road that we encountered when we were coming up the Blue Blaze Trail. We saw that private property sign. That's what this is. So that would take us right over there. Anyway, just realized that. So yeah, pay attention to those blaze marks. And we're headed back into the pawpaw forest. Where I talked about those pawpaw trees at the beginning. That's what all these are. These are a little bit bigger. So just maybe might find some fruit. Sometimes if you just look on the ground too, where the fruit has fallen, but animals love to eat the fruit too, so if they've been on the ground for any period of time, they'll already be eaten up. Oh, here's some more of those chicken mushrooms. Check these out. Not quite as many as we saw before, but they sure stand out. There's a close-up view of them. Quite beautiful, actually. Well, I had just about given up on finding any pawpaws. In fact, I was getting ready to film a clip saying, well, you know, didn't find any pawpaws. Then I looked over here, and there's some right here at my level. A lot of times they're up in the trees, kind of hard to see, and then or laying on the ground. But then they get eaten pretty quickly or covered in ants. But right over here are some. So let me turn you around. You can see what pawpaw fruit looks like. Oh, there's actually a bunch on the ground over here. Wow. Okay, I'm seeing a ton of them now. It's pretty cool. Yeah, just off trail here. Here are some that are growing on the tree yet. Whoops, that one just fell right off. Just ripe. There's a little baby one right there. But then, whoops, if you come out over here, all along the ground here, there's pawpaws. There's one right there. There's one right here, because that one's got a hole in it. That's what happens when it lay on the ground for any time. Bugs love them. That one doesn't have any holes in it. There's a bigger one up here. Cool. Oh, that one looks good. So we're going to eat some of these here. I'll leave. I'm not going to take all of them. Oh, there's some nice ones over there too. Check out that one. That one looks nice. Alright, cool. Those are pawpaws. So I'm going to go ahead and partake in one of these for you. Some people, I just chow right in. There's big, huge seeds in there, so you don't want to you want to be careful how you bite. You know, some people don't eat the skin. Sometimes the skin can be bitter, but oh well. Look at that. Good stuff. Oh, these are perfectly ripe. Sorry, I'm eating in front of you. They're good. Wow. there are big seeds in there, so you don't want to you want to be careful. All right, I'll stop eating in front of you. That's good stuff. Yeah, they're just everywhere down there. There's one. There's one. See them all laying out there. So wow. And one to go. Yeah, so these just made my day. Like I said, I had given up hope of finding any. Beautiful. Spit some seeds out. Kind of, it's very custard-like. Kind of like a cross between a banana and a mango. Yeah, I know I said I wouldn't eat any more in front of you, but man. Alright, I'll stop. Yeah, one reason I love those so much is they bring back memories. I think I mentioned this before. Other times when I ate them, that on the farm I grew up on, we had a pawpaw patch. Every fall there'd be at least a couple pawpaws. Always loved eating them. Alright, not too far from the bottom. But that was the highlight of my hike there. Yeah, right here's our junction with the Susquehanna trail again. There's those blue blazes. So this is where we originally came up. Went that way. Now we've kind of looped all the way around. You should be able to hear the highway noise pick up again. So it's not too far to the bottom. It will pass that cool fungus log too, with all the chicken mushrooms on it. I guess we'll film one last look at it down there. So just up ahead is our mushroom log. All the chicken mushrooms on it. I think you can see it already. It just lights up the scenery out there. They stand out. As does the traffic noise, but wow. Beautiful. Yeah, out there is the source of our highway noise. Alright, but it is going on 4 o'clock. I think I started this around 1:30, so about 2.5 hours of hiking and just chilling out some places. So roughly 4 miles of hiking maybe, or something like that. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. Well, probably not less, but anyway, I'm gonna take this opportunity to say goodbye, end this video here. Make sure I pay attention where I'm walking. So anyway, thanks for coming along, and I'll see you in the next video.